Hey guys, quick video in response to the question from Patrick last night regarding food and lunches in the day. Now it's one of those questions that always comes up, really common, and often one that's normally kind of sometimes repeated from the same people now. What I find from experience is that this actually is fairly simple. Not necessarily saying it's easy, but it's not hard. People often make it a lot more difficult and complicated than it really needs to be. Now, it's not often the case that people don't know what to do or how to go about it. It's normally more of a mindset issue. It's a behaviour issue. Okay. Any time where we've got to make a change, and this is making a change, because if you're trying to eat better, eat different foods, you have to change. So it's a behaviour issue. Now, that's not easy, okay, but it's also not hard. It's simple. You just got to appreciate that any time that we're trying to change and make change last long term, we've got to first be conscious about it. We've got to have this awareness of what is it that I want to do, why do I need to do it, how am I going to go about it. Then take some action on that, because we don't get anywhere unless we actually do it, take action. Then we got to be consistent, okay, and that's normally the bit where people fall over or break down. They're not consistent. Yeah, they make a change over a day or two, even a week, and then for some reason, whatever happens, life gets in the way, something takes over, they lose consciousness of it. So they don't take action, and then they're not consistent, so it breaks down. So quite simply, just to really kind of make that as simple as possible, you've got to be thinking about this stuff, certainly at the beginning, all the time, because that's how you make changes. Anything that you've achieved successfully up until now with your health, your fitness, your work, your business, your family, your relationships, you had to think about it, you had to be conscious, and then you took action on it, and you got consistent, and you got somewhere with it. So it's the same with this. It might not be as important, but actually it is, because if you are healthier, you are going to have an improved life. So all the things that people have said are great, they're right. There's no real right or wrong here. But this is where you just need to get a little bit more savvy, bulletproof your mind a bit. Get some Tupperware. Cook extra food the night before. That's a really simple thing to do. I mean, when those people who are aware of my current cooking challenge, where I'm cooking a brand new recipe that I've not ever done before each week, and one of the things that were going through my mind at the time is like, oh God, this is going to take up an evening, it's going to take up time that I don't necessarily have, so I killed that bullshit. What actually happened is that I didn't just make a meal for one, the meal ended up serving like 3 or 4, so I had 3 or 4 meals. So actually thinking about it, I didn't use up time, I actually saved time, because there were 3 or 4 other opportunities where I didn't have to cook anything. I just got it out of the freezer, defrosted it, warmed it up, bish bash bosh. So you look at it like that, you could actually start saving yourself time here. So if you're telling yourself that you don't have time to prepare food, cook food, get stuff ready for tomorrow, actually think to yourself, where could I save time here? End of the day, it's your life, okay? So you make the choice at this stage. But it's not hard. Kill the stories, get on with it and take some action. Okay, so other things you could do, quite simply, is buy cold cut meats, loads of the things everywhere, olives, sun-dried tomatoes, cottage cheese, nuts, tinned fish. There's loads and loads of different options. You've just got to get out there and explore a little bit. You're not going to like everything, not everything's going to work for you, but that's the point. You go out and explore, you learn, you get conscious of it, you take action, you get consistent, you start to realise how you've become a badass at eating flexible and on the go. But it takes practice. I've been doing this for 15, 16 years now. You know, when I come from my bodybuilding background, I had to learn how to survive because I couldn't make a slip up on my diet. Okay, so I'm quite good at this, but I get why people struggle with it. But it all comes down to you've got to put the work in, think about it, try stuff out, realise what don't work and what does, and then get consistent around it. And the biggest trick really is, you know, for those guys that are busy during the day and you never sat in the same place at the same time, is think to yourself, where am I going to be today? Where am I going to be in 3 or 4 hours? Do I need to have something on me? Rather than getting into a situation where, oh my God, I had to eat the sandwiches, it's not my fault. Maybe you could be forward thinking a little bit, thinking, where am I going to be? What situation am I going to be in? Sometimes you just got to do the best of a bad job, but don't think that this is complicated or difficult. That's possibly just your belief system. Make it a lot simpler. Make it work for you. Right. Hope that helps. Any questions? Pop them below. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care.